Greetings to all you fine folks out there on the interwebs, and thank you for joining me once again in another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and as you can see, once again, we've got on the hard hat, which can mean only one thing. We're going 140 feet underground into the mines of Gold Bay today, and dealing with some big rocks in some 3-gram chunky pay dirt in a 3-pound bag. So, seemed like a good fitting dirt to pull out here going into the 4th of July weekend to get some bang, get some bang out of the pan. So without further ado, let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, this table, and see what we've got. So this came in, I ordered this back in May 6th. I received it on May 13th, so it came pretty quick. Had the standard bubble bag. Got my Gold Bay order. This now, I had paid $180 for this this bag of dirt, but it actually sells for $189.95. But I had a 5% off priority coupon, the Sorry 5, that David offered off of a video he put out on YouTube when he was changing up his pay dirts and wanted to get a little more bang for the buck, as he said. It didn't have the wow factor, so he got rid of some and upped some others to try to get a little better gold return and I don't know, bang for your buck, I guess you'd say. But so yes, I got this, and like I said, on the day that I got it, gold was at $1,815, $58 a gram. So just on the date I purchased this, the gold value at 3-gram minimum is $175, which puts it at a 97% ROI before I ever even open any of it up. And of course now it's gone down. It's gold's at 17, I'll have to look, 1750 or something now, but we go by the day that you usually by what the price of the gold was on the day you purchased it. So I'm going to, again, it comes in the bag. They're not putting labels on anymore. I don't know why. I still see a lot of videos with labels on their bags, which I kind of like the label. I didn't get my Gold Bay sticker this time either, so I don't know. Maybe they're just running short on that stuff because they got so many orders they can't keep up with it. But we're gonna get set up and delve into this and see how it looks. All right, we're set up. We're using the Garrett Super Sluice, so throw some jet dry in both of those. Got Dingy Doris, or now Hot Doris, since she's had her makeover, and then our bottle of water also has some jet dry in it. And I imagine that we're going to be using all of this and changing it out some before it's over, because this is again, Gold Bay tends to get a little dirty. So we're just going to start off by opening this bag up here, which everybody, if you've seen Gold Bay, you know, you're pretty familiar with what their dirts look like. It's usually about a third of it to a little over is filler rock. A lot of times really big filler rock. And then this chunky gold, though, is not expected to have, not expected to have a lot of fine gold in it at all. It's chunky, 3-gram chunky, which means the bags are pretty dusty, so we'll squirt that out before we're done when we redo our tailings and stuff. But so here, let's check this out and try not to make it ridiculously loud. Now that's really smaller rocks than I saw in the other chunky 1-gram chunky bag I did. It had a lot bigger filler rocks in it than that. Those are still all, this is a quarter inch size, so a lot of quartz in there. If you recall, whenever I did that, there's a chunk of gold right there showing up there for our first chunk of some chunky gold. Oh, keep up with that. sitting on the top. And if you look right here, that's another nice little nuggety piece there. It's got the gold base shine to it, so that's cool. And when I did the gold nugget sales, I actually had a couple of pieces in the strainer basket size, so it'll be interesting to see if there's anything like that in the gold bay. And nothing's jumping out here as I dump it around, but we will see. So we've got that one, and we got this one. Now let's go ahead and we'll, just for kicks, we're going to run it through the, whatever, I think this is considered 20 mesh size. Just to give it a little breakdown and have, I usually don't do a lot of classifications on these, but just to have a little fun, give me a little something more to pan through, we're going to go with that. So there we have it. We've got our under kitchen strainer, our plus kitchen strainer, and our big stuff here. So with that being said, what are we doing here? I need an extra pan in just a moment. Alright, well, I decided we don't need an extra pan. I'm just going to start with the pan I have with this plus kitchen strainer size here. And we'll just take a look at this together and see what's in this batch. I know people talking about how much the dirt, this is my third bag of Gold Bay that I've done. So I wasn't getting his dirt when it was that red clay type stuff that people were really complaining about. It was so dirty and messy on their equipment and hard to see the gold and stuff like that. And this is it's all been relatively clean for the bags that I've done for them. Not a lot of excessive. I've definitely done other pay dirts that had more organic matter and much muddier water than what I've gotten out of Gold Bay so far. So I was hoping to get a chance to do this today. The storms keep brewing up in the Gulf and coming in, and they split us, and then they'll form right over us. So we've had some pretty hard rains the last few days, and it'll get sunny, and then like right now it's clouded back up, and few raindrops here and there. But I looked on the radar and it didn't look like anything was going to be hitting us in the next couple hours. So, but you never know. That stuff just wells up, and before you know it, you've got a thunderhead and a big batch of. Oh, look at that, man! That's some pretty shine coming through there. That is a nice batch of gold for that strainer size. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how small it actually gets in this bag. But yeah, man, that's a good start. And I'm pretty sure that is not going to. That's not going to strainer bottle in very much. Maybe a piece or two. But nope. So this has become my favorite part now when I've gotten these bags that have where you actually have to open your bottle and pick up your gold by hand and place it in. That's like the coolest thing I've ever done. So it's we'll get these big ones out of the way, then these small ones should be able to pick up. So we'll see. But yeah, anytime you have to do that, you know you're having some, you've got some good gold in your pay dirts. Well, I say that, and it's not. Even these are a little big to. Even if you get them in the right, there we go. You just got to get them the right. All right, and still one more piece to have to. There you go, nice flat, shiny chunk there. So very cool, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and do some of this. Just to see if anything pops up in it. I saw this in another Gold Bay dirt that had that layering like that in it. I don't see that very often in other dirts, but you also don't see dirts that have quite so much large pieces in them. That's a really cool piece of granite there. That looks neat. Very, very neat colors on it. Yeah, it makes short work of that big stuff for sure. And we've got nothing in that one, so let's see. Maybe it snuck into the bottom here. Yeah, these are definitely smaller rocks than what was in that other. It was a 3-pound bag too, 3 pound but 1 gram instead of 3 gram. But they were definitely larger stones in it. All right, getting down to the bottom here. Are we gonna have something that survived the plus? I'm seeing some gold shining through. There is a piece shining through there. Let's take a look. And there it is. Although I don't know how that did not pass through. I mean, that's smaller than the piece that was in the in the larger size, but it still made it through. So that was it's another piece in the plus kitchen strainer, steamer basket size. And so that counts, I guess. I don't know how that made it through with all those big rocks, but all right. Which leaves us, this is going fast, man. I'm so really amazed at how there's just not. Well, maybe it'll be a little harder on the fine stuff, but yeah, they're just not. We didn't even do a magnet test because Gold Bay is pretty much known for not having very much black sands or magnetite in it, so. It may be one of those where you just get the gold out really easy and it goes. See, this is now the fine stuff. You can see that dirt starting to come out of those organics a little more, but still not terrible.
But yeah, I mean, unlike that, when I did that Miners Depot bag, I mean, it was a couple of more, probably twice the amount of dirt. But I spent 6 hours that day plus, but more like seven and a half, I guess, in reality. Just going through, re-going through, trying to get the fine stuff out, and working with the, not necessarily the magnetite, but the hematite and the black sands that were in that made it a really challenging dirt. I probably could have done a little less in this one to start it off, because that's a lot of material. But it's moving off the top, so hopefully it's not washing anything out. But I'll find out when I go back through it. So yeah, I was glad to get this. I'd been having trouble trying to, eBay's website's just so sporadic as far as working, even getting just a regular credit card order to go through, and I still haven't been able. I've been trying to get the 1 month subscription. I was going to get his $100 subscription. Talked to him about it in May on Memorial Weekend, and they were going to try to get it worked out. And I've tried several times on the website, and it still won't take it. And the last couple of times I've called, I've gotten the Google records, so I haven't been able to get back through to see if there's any way they can get this hooked up, because I'd like to have that to check, for a regular spot on the videos, to see what it looks like, because he says he puts chunkier gold and better gold in some of his subscription bags whenever you're committing to a month, every month purchase. So, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to get an order from, and they've been up for a while. They've had, a website. He's been selling this stuff for years, and I don't know. He's got a new. If you catch him on Zoom, I don't have Zoom, but I watch him on YouTube when he replays it. But he has a Zoom comes out every Tuesday now. Our show where he takes questions and talks to people, and talks about his gold and the business in general, and it's pretty interesting. I enjoy watching it. It's only been out. He's only had a couple episodes out, so I haven't seen the one from this week yet. It hadn't popped up. So, but yeah, you might check that out and see if you like watching Dave talk about gold. Which I do, and I've gotten quite a few good tips from him on panning and on just learning about gold in general. So yeah, I can see some starting to pop through there. Alright, this is working it down, showing up quite a bit of black showing up in that blonde sand there at the bottom of this. Yeah, this will be the second time I've done a 3-gram bag for like I said, the most gold I got at a time was off of that Gold Nugget Sales crystalline gold, which was a 3-pound, 3-gram guarantee on it, and I got 3.15 grams of some of those beautiful gold you'll ever want to see. Cool shapes. That's where I found my little dog. But it had gold in every classification, and 2 big chunks that I found in the large rocks in the steamer basket, and it was like 219 for that bag of 3-gram. because it was a premium gold, as opposed to this one, which is, like I said, 189, but with the discount I got it for 180. But so whenever I was just making the choice to get that, it's like, well, you know, for the little bit extra, I wanted to see what that crystalline gold was like, and I'm really anxious to get another bag of it to add to my vial of 22 karat crystalline gold, because it's beautiful just to look at. All right, let's we're down at the bottom here. Let's see what we got. I would think it should be a nice little pile to find. Actually, that's some pretty small gold showing up there for what I was expecting in a chunky big gold bag, but we'll just have to see. I'm just going to get that out of the way right there while we can get it. So I think that has a couple little pieces. Yeah, there's some more that washed around on that side. Yeah, that thin flat stuff wants to move around. Just like that water bottle flowing on it washed it away. Oh, there's still a little spot there. So, all right, looks like we got this pan clean. I'm going to jump into the other one, do a little less at this time on the, not so full on the, okay, nothing else is showing up there. All right, well, I'll be back. All right, we've worked our way down to the bottom of the second pan here. I can't tell if I'm getting glare on this thing or not. I got between the glare on my camera screen and then trying to see in the video. It doesn't do any good if you can't see the dirt through the glare. Maybe we adjust like that. You see, this stuff pans out pretty easily. It cleaned up real easily. About down to the, I just know it's about to open up with a thunderstorm overhead anytime here. So, all right, let's see what this one's got for us here. See some more flakes showing up there at the top. But yeah, it looks like we pretty much got the bulk of our gold was in that first classification, and I mean that second the strainer, the plus kitchen strainer size. Because these little pieces are not adding up to very much, I know. And I was really thought there'd be more than 4 pieces in there. Apparently not. And no, this is usually whenever I'll find that little band of gold dust that'll creep up along the edge. Like right there's a tiny invisible speck that just happened. I don't know how that made it in there, but I'm not seeing anything else popping up like it does on some of those other dirts. So all right, well, we're down to the last of the other. I'll be back. Well, here we are at the end of our Gold Bay. This is the less than kitchen strainer size. Again, there's a line of that black sand starting to form at the very end of the pan. But again, it's not very challenging as far as any gold sizes that you got to really watch for. I'm going to repan repan all my tailings. But the only time I've ever found any gold that I've missed since I started doing this, and this is my 15th video now, and I've gone through, I guess, actually 18 bags of dirt, a couple of them that were off camera, but almost everything I've done has been recorded. And the only time I've missed anything is when it would be a tiny pieces half the size of the smallest ones that we've seen so far in this. So I'm really not expecting to have anything that got by me, but I'll still check it and see. But there's just nothing small enough to be able to get by on this stuff. So I think is what it really amounts to. So let's see if we collected some up in the bottom of the fine stuff here before we wrap it up. There's a piece. There's a couple of 4 pieces. I'm moving them around a lot. That looks like that's the bulk of it. Is those 4? We'll get them out of the way. There's the 4th piece. Let's see, is there anything else hiding behind that last bit of black sand that didn't want to pop its head up? There it is. One little, it was hiding on the gold writing in the pan. very flat piece. That looks like a little. Right there, you can see that one little speck of fine gold, just like I found in the last pan. Not a cluster, not a few. One isolated speck. So, all right, that looks like that wraps up. That wraps up Gold Bay's 3-pound, 3-gram chunky gold bag. And so, not start with any extra black sand in there. Feels like a little weight in the bottle for sure. Nothing really small to worry about sticking in there. Pulling a little few pieces down there. That little fine stuff moves easily. So there we have it. I mean, that's not a bad looking little pile of metal in the pan there. We've got some little nugget pieces. I don't think any of these are going to match my 0.61 gram nugget I found in my gold nugget sales bag. But we'll have to weigh it up and see what it comes out to. You can see there's some of it's got a little bit more of that. A little more gold color, so it's a little bit shinier. So, all right, I'm gonna get that cleaned up. Go through all my tailings again real quick and see if anything got by me. and then we'll be back for the weigh-in.
Well, all right, we're back for the moment of truth. We got a nice pan of dried gold. Some really pretty little pieces in there. So let's kick on the scale. Put our paper on. Should weigh 2.6 as always. Why is it not weighing 2.6? Now that's strange. It always weighs 0.26. Oh, now that makes me wonder if my scale's off. This piece of paper always weighs 0.26. Alright, there it's weighing. That's what it's supposed to weigh, 2.6. Let's zero that out. I had an issue with this last video I did on Clinkies on the Leprechaun Gold. And I had to correct it on my video because it had showed up at 3.2 and then it went up to 3.5 and was holding, and I counted it at 3.5. And then I went back and checked it again and it weighed 3.0, and I checked it 3 more times. I mean 0.30, 0.30, 0.30. So I had to correct it. It was actually 0.30 because I try to be accurate as I can on this stuff. So we need 3 grams. Let's see what we have. And there we have it. 3.04 grams. So we're a little bit over our thing, which is that's kind of standard for Gold Bay as far as it's always a little bit over, but I mean, from what I've seen, it's gotten where they're, instead of being a tenth or a 0.15, 0.18 over, it's right at it is right on the money, or like this, real close to it. So I mean, it's still on your mark. You've got your gold, you've got your guarantee, and some pretty gold, and some nice little chunks and some smaller pieces. It was like actually a little piece of, I think it was a piece of wire gold I saw passing through there. It might have been that little strip right there that had caught my eye. I don't know if that's actually wire gold, but then there's a nice little odd shaped piece there. So it's definitely some pretty gold. And see, the scale is moving again on it, but we're sticking with we counted it down to 3.01 grams. See, now it's weighing 3.05 since I've been messing with it. So let's do this one more time. See, it's showing -24. That's wrong. Maybe I just haven't had this that long. It should need a new battery. Okay, it's weighing 0.26 like it's supposed to. Zero that out. Put our gold on. 3.03. All right. Let's lift it up, set it back on there. All right, so we are going, that is our official. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1. It's holding. That's our official. 3.3 grams of some Gold Bay Gold. So let me look at my numbers. I wasn't zoomed in quite as close to whenever I did the last time, but yeah, that's a good shot of it there, showing the variety. Like there's that little piece there that's got a real odd shape to it, kind of cool. And then these chunks. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. So our biggest piece there looks like it weighs 0.45. A nice little chunk. Let's see what this next size weighs. Well, I'm zoomed out. I guess I should pull it out a little bit. 0.37 on that one. So that's those are the 2 biggest pieces. So
I'm real happy. That'll look really pretty with, I keep my Gold Bay Gold separate. I don't keep all my golds from different pay dirt separate, just certain ones. But this is definitely one that I will be keeping separate because it's Gold Bay, and he tends to clean his gold, and it stays a lot shinier. So let me add this up, and I'll be right back. Well, all right, I've gotten my numbers crunched, and they look pretty good. The day that I bought this, gold was going for $1,815 an ounce, and at that rate, my gold 3.03 grams comes out to $176.81, giving it a 98% ROI. And again, it was $10.95 was postage on this, but I do not count postage on gold ROIs. That's just the cost of doing business. You know, it's all different, and it's just, I don't think it's fair to add postage onto this for the price of when you're buying gold. So I don't do that. So that's it. On the today's rate of for gold, it's down to like I said, in the 1700s, 1770, I forget now. But anyway, I did the numbers on that. This is valued at $173.11, and still it's a 96% ROI on today's gold rate, even though it's gone down. And I also checked just to see if I had paid, since I got this bag for $180.45 instead of the $189.95 with my 5% coupon. Even if I had bought this at full price, it would have been a 93% ROI. So it's just, again, Gold Bay, you just can't beat the high ROIs on these guys and the beautiful gold. So that's another that'll be added to the hoard. But I'm looking at it. I was looking at my other, and I've got, like I said, I keep my Gold Bay separate, and we're going to. This is what I've gotten from my the 1 gram chunky and 1 gram spot gold. And this just looks really different compared to this 3 gram chunky, which I would have thought would have been pretty much the same, whether it's 3 gram or 1 gram. But you can see right there, there is a notable difference between this gold and this chunky gold here, and our the chunky and less than spot. Now, whenever I had done this, I thought that the chunky gold was a little bit more rougher looking, not quite as smoothed out as the less than spot was when I was first. There it is, back in the thing. When I was first, when I had bagged it up. But I mean, you can just look at that. That looks like two totally different brands of gold. So that's the most surprising thing to me about this is, and I know, like I said, Dave, I've seen his things where he runs his gold through the wash with his secret ingredient cleaning mix that he uses with his ammonia and Diet Pepsi. But again, I'm just really surprised that we are that it's that different. So like I said, yeah, it looks like I'm wondering if I should keep these golds separate. I just hate having a bunch of little separate vials of gold, but I don't know. It's I guess it's all Gold Bay. I'll just count it the same. It should all be. I mean, I'll always know that the shiny stuff came from the 3 gram. Like I said, that's just for laughs. See what my Gold Bay total is here. Again, my paper's not registering like it should. It's 0.27 instead of 0.26. There we go. It's 0.26. Zero that out. Let's see, how much Gold Bay gold do we have? All right. Well, that's it. All right. It should be 5.
0.03 because I'd gotten barely just a gram each of the first 2 gram bags that I did, like 1.1 and 1.02, and I've gone through and cleaned out some sand out of it, and so it may be a hundredth off, but so yeah, that's I'm happy with my gold base start there of some pretty gold. Like I said, I'm just really surprised that it's that different. But at any rate, there we have our Gold Bay 3 gram chunky. I think that's the bang I was looking for going here into 4th of July. So we'll carry on. Depending on the weather, I'd like to get in another bag before the 4th, and just for fun. So at any rate, I thank you for joining me, Bayou Gold Guy, on this latest gold adventure with Gold Bay, and have a great evening. Thank you. I appreciate the subscriptions, the views. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next round. Peace out.